At this time, we bring you developing news. A Sharptown family is displaced after a fire tore through a home, killing two of their pets and resulting in over $1 million in damages. The Maryland State Fire Marshal's office says the fire broke out Thursday just after 8 p.m. at the home off Tower Hill Lane. It took firefighters around 6 hours to bring that blaze under control. An entire family has been displaced and two pets, as we said, perished in that fire. The American Red Cross is assisting the family. At this time, there's no word on what caused that blaze. Meanwhile, Delaware State Police responding to a hit and run Thursday night in Rehoboth Beach. Police say a Chevrolet pickup truck struck a community mural located on Central Avenue. WMDT's Tierra Williams has the details.
Little did I know that there was so much history in this community, and that's what inspired this beautiful mural.
A mural unveiled in honor of Juneteenth in 2022 has now been destroyed less than a week before this year's celebration. Leah Beach of the Developing Artists Collaboration helped commission the mural. She calls it a devastating situation, but wants to clear up rumors about the hit and run crash that destroyed it.
We have been really trying to let people know that, accidents happen, walls can be rebuilt, walls can be repainted, and nothing here was any sort of intentional act.
Beach says the community is full of a rich history and that the mural was painted in the first place to acknowledge the Black and brown people who helped build downtown Rehoboth, but they were not allowed to live there due to Jim Crow. Laura St. Martin is a longtime resident and contributed financially to the mural. She says that history is why the mural is important.
I think it's very important that people know more about the history of this community that has supported the downtown Rehoboth area. I've always been a little saddened about how the community has changed. I was just heartbroken because I was really looking forward to this inaugural Juneteenth celebration. And the mural itself was a big part of that celebration.
St. Martin is hoping this heartbreak will turn into a lesson on local history for others.
I am hoping that people who knew very little about the West Rehoboth community, upon hearing about the destruction of the mural, will come and take a look, maybe attend the Juneteenth celebration, even if they had not planned to.
And that celebration will still continue. Beach, meanwhile, hopes the city of Rehoboth and its residents will acknowledge the contributions of Black and brown people in a bigger way.
At the end of the day, Juneteenth is a celebration. It's not a bunch of people coming together to make a point, in the sense of how I think some folks handle Juneteenth celebrations, especially in predominantly white communities. So I'm excited to see members from the city of Rehoboth come and celebrate with us during our Juneteenth celebration.
Yeah, now those Juneteenth celebrations will take place from 4 to 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Vendors from various Black and brown businesses in the community will be on hand. Well, back in Maryland, the Somerset County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help as they investigate multiple burglaries. Police say the burglaries took place in the Marion and Crisfield areas between May 16th and June 8th. 3 homes were broken into where the thieves, get this, took off with firearms, jewelry, knives, war memorabilia, and personal documents. Anyone with any information at all is urged to call Detective Boone Tunney at 410-651-9225. And at this time, we're going to throw things over to our chief meteorologist, Rich Werdzik, who's standing by. Rich, what are we looking at as far as our Father's Day weekend?
We're actually looking at some wonderful weather. We just got to get rid of this. Some big storms moving across the area, and that's where we're going to start here with our radar. After some coming out of Sussex County, now focusing on these crossing the bay, right up there at the 301-50 split near the Bay Bridge. Real heavy rain. So those of you in Hillsborough here in Northern Caroline County, all of Talbot County are going to be seeing some heavier rain here shortly, like Easton, even down to Cambridge here. It looks like that's going to definitely come through town within the next 20 minutes or so. Get a little closer just to show you this. Those of you also from, let's say, Vienna up to Hurlock and then into the Denton area, I expect these storms to be crossing by, and maybe round 2 into Sussex County. We'll see if these hold together. Not to say we won't see that in Salisbury and Point South, but it looks like some of these may end up weakening by the time they get here, but chance for some gusty winds certainly there. and the threat for some heavy rain, of course. Now, let's talk about the weekend here. Father's Day, looking at some slightly cooler air rolling in. That will also make for another comfortable night after another stretch of uncomfortable nights. We could drop down to the upper 50s tomorrow night after a high tomorrow in the mid 80s for Father's Day. It should be a wonderful weekend before we get right back to the sticky stuff here into next week. Moderate humidity returns, and that comes with temperatures that will reach 90, if not above, next week. Every day of the week, we could be looking at our first official heat wave of the year so far. It was a hot one today in Talbot County. That's where meteorologist Eric Alf was. Lots of blue skies, but he noted the clouds starting to billow up there in the afternoon heat. It was pretty cool where he was at in Talbot County. He was able to see all the way across Delmarva to storms in Dover. That's what you're looking at right here. Those are moving off of the coast there into the Delaware Bay. So we had storms around as early as the mid-afternoon in some spots. Came close to 90 today at the Zanesville or at the Salisbury Airport. Thinking about some other markets here. We've got a cold front off to the north and west here that's going to be sliding through later tonight. That's going to bring the temperature down a little bit tomorrow, and it's also going to bring the humidity down just a little bit, and that's all going to make for what will be a decent start to the weekend. So here's Futurecast. Showers and storms move off the coast. Cold front follows in behind it. We'll have a nice little northerly breeze. Won't be too gusty, but it'll be noticeable because it'll make the air a little more refreshing. You can see on Futurecast that north to south movement with whatever few clouds do pop up tomorrow. It'll be a generally sunny day. But back to tonight, scattered thunderstorms here for the next few hours, and then we'll keep it muggy. And I'm going to get a radar check again here with my final weather. So you want to stick around for that. 82 to 87 for tomorrow. Not as hot. Again, that slight drop in humidity, and we'll have plenty of sunshine. Here it is, the 7-day, and we've got ourselves a scorcher next week, at least for June standards. I know it can be worse, and it probably will be worse later this summer, but this will be the first stretch of heat that will be officially, if we can get 3 days in a row at 90 or above, called a heat wave. And I think we're very much in that possibility realm for next week. All right, so we've got 93 on Friday. That's when I think we'll have our hottest day with most humidity. And we'll talk a little more about the beach forecast coming up, but we've got more DSI on the other side of the break. Stay with us.